Cek satu dulu. Cek satu dulu, soal apa ada ya, yang akhirnya ada juga tuh sama total dia karena kita keluar di Genshin effect. Ini kalau pas 3 sisa nanti tampak nanti malam. Ini kayaknya baru setengahnya.
A blade embraces its duty as it
Oh, satu dulu. Dimasukkan berarti. Ini kayak yang mana tuh baru gitu. Lari. Oh. Gocek anjir. Santai, bener. Oh.
I only wish life could be as leisurely.
There we are, all set to go. Now, let's take a stroll nearby and randomly pick out some visitors to ask a few key questions.
Cek satu dulu. Oke. Oh, cek dua doang, Cok.
These suggestions are surprisingly detailed. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and set design? Oh, Paimon's head is spinning. Why is everyone so professional?
Oh, tuh berkapok-kongkal berarti ya. Maksudnya pos lucu semua itu.
Also, nearly every single person we spoke to said they wanted to see Lady Farina perform. Your popularity is off the charts!
To tell you the truth, I have no plans to perform this time around. Any star worth their salt knows their role. When I take center stage, all the spotlights are on me, and rightly so. But as a guest, I should step back and let others shine.
Kamu.
So instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions?
Hey, that's right! Movie masterpieces is all about film expertise. There really would be no better
Wonderful! Then I shall give this role my very heart and soul. Once I've had a moment to prepare, we can meet up for a slice of gâteau from my pâtissière suprême before we get started.
Ini uang gaji gede, tapi biar kita masih jadi orang. Dikit lagi. Iya, kita bisa ini ya. Lupa gua. Nanti deh. Bisa habis. Ini. Ceritanya sama ini pas sih.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Dia.
Simply exquisite. As amazing as ever. Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film? I can see it now. Val's en cuisine. A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking.
Baca film asal tapak foto banyak John Favreau. Kata tuli
As
aja.
it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontanian cuisine.
Oh, no. No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a
Drama?
scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Before you finalize it, please let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled.
Great! It's settled then. And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying.
No problem. That said, now that we've been granted director for
Allahu
Rena's
Akbar.
role, we'll really have to step up our game.
Ih, kayaknya
Excellent. I believe in you both. The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier. Now, about time we got to work. I'll start drafting the script on the side while serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces. Wish me luck.
tadi. Kayak banget. Oh bisa di expand. Ah iya pas tuh. Jauh banget. Iya, ya nggak ting, mau juga sih. Nggak mesti pakai lagi. Wah terbang lagi. Kata Bang Upi ya, game yang paling suka bisa ekspresi nggak bohong-bohongan. Anjir, mentok banget cok. Selesaikan semua di apa-apa. Tapi kalau misalnya tambahan oke. Elias. Terakhir ting. Aduh, kena lagi. Itu doang, Cok. Wah, Bác sĩ có gì? Sama semua. Ini pair and square so. Nah. Satu kampung. Amat lah berarti. Sebab ini dinaikin kan. Pakai apa ini zaman ini dulu. Ya nggak direkrut dua doang. Maksimal dong. Tamat cok. Siklus selesai di siklus 2. Wis apapun.
Our most recent financial report is looking great. This park struck a chord with film buffs all over. Maybe you could be our spokesperson next time we hold a similar event?
Ini enggak sih? Apa tuh berarti? Buat siapa? Terus, beres toh. Agak dipecat kan. Maksimal cok. Saya sudah kaya. Maksimal sekitar 3 bulan. Gue mau ada yang pecat, gak ada cok. Tamat loh. Berarti kita lanjut ke baca kasus. Wah, selesai tau. Ini dia.
Oh man. Bro,
Dia manggil bro cok.
are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
Aci dia lagi skills cok.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aron, Eva, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? How come you're...
Tanya dia.
I'm guessing Kanich is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Pike.
Come on, Aoife.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Di expliciting.
Fair point. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my...
Why, you're out here, of course.
For vegetables.
Jadi itu sayuran ini.
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland.
Kemarin, bener, nice.
It's
Bener.
Chivalran.
Itu yang bilang apa? Kapal marin.
Right. I keep stumbling over that
Dikit
one.
lagi, bener.
Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here. Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland.
Oh ini,
Which is why Eva and I
kita
are
udah
here.
selesai.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right. But they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson see? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you.
In theory, nothing at all.
Anjir nih, percakapan bapak-bapak tampan gagah dan berani anjir.
In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
Anjir, sekarang 5 anjir.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore. So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we are.
That's exactly.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy.
Wah.
You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases.
Ete yang
What kind of trouble
terbang.
did he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one
Wah,
day.
di mute anjir.
So I put him on mute until tomorrow.
Di apa TO anjir.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did
Oh, no,
Kakuku get caught by
bro.
the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Iya.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here? Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about, left, right, and center.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's
Anjir ini
Kakuku.
Genshin semua anjir ini.
Such an awesome Saurus.
Apa?
I believe in him.
Gunakan luar biasa.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Dia jadi pukul kamus anjir.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Dia pikir yourself bro. Gayanya Tifa banget ini.
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
Ada 2 naga.
Alright, everyone's an Osasaurus! Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kukuku.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kukuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Bocah aja.
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kukuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Disuruh cabut kok. Ya kita masuk ke kelas 9 itu cabutin dirinya.
Back when we first met
Bikin
Kukuku
bot.
in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about it.
Kayak gini.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
You're only 5 years old after all.
Beneran kok. Bocah aja.
Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are always noisy.
Jadi ada yang
Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are always noisy.
tiap bulan ya.
What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there? What's all that commotion?
Anjir. Gak ada suaranya. Hai tamu terhormat, tamu terhormat. Agak agung terhormat sama si datang sipir penjara kok.
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
Sorry.
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again. Oh, you know one another.
Dia bos ya bos.
He's a friend! Yeah! A saurian friend of a human friend.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, hilang anjir.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work.
Lagi suruh terlibat
If
kok.
I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling. I take it there's been a further development.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Neuvillette before? But wasn't the trial
Oh, yeah.
overseen by another...
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman,
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from...
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Kok penerjemahnya dia Kakuku ya, coba dia bilangnya Saurian soalnya dia nggak kenal atau tapi ini dia bisa dimengerti sama kita para pembaca juga sih.
I believe he said, or rather I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Jadi dia nggak tahu ngerti itu.
Sure thing, bro.
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Kayak itu.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch. That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wrightsley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
Ya.
You miss me, bro?
You miss me, bro.
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from? Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object.
Kenal dong, kenal. Apa nanti ada plot, ada twist nanti dia nggak kenal.
And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kakuku. Excited?
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Alright then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
Udah terbang ya, tapi benda kalau benda sih udah masuk aja. Tapi karena dia makhluk sih, oke kok. Udah percakapan. Iya loh.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Nadland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
Wah, mana dia selalu merasakan. Jadi terbuka perasaan mereka banyak bertanya pasti.
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kukuku, was it?
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you. So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand after all.
Sure thing, bro.
Ramah ya. Masih jiwa.
What's the situation? How bad is it? Oh no. I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you. I'd already prepared myself.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
Bocah ya.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Even iya saya bro, ayo udah pakai gayanya.
Not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
Nggak percaya sama kita ya.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad.
Ngawur. Nggak, maksudnya ini bukan kabar baik ya, bukan kabar buruk aja, jadi kabar buruknya nggak seperti itu. Oh, nanti ada gitu aja.
Kaku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so
Siap.
Pele Marmonia for a while to sign a
Ada tangan
confidentiality
nih.
agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all.
Yang bener ya.
Hearing that's put my mind to rest.
Tuh kabar netral sih berarti.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the hotel
Oh,
for the
hotel
time
bintang.
being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay, problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
Oke, yang satu selesai. Mau selesai sekaligus hari ini apa tunggu nanti malam aja? Ya, kalau gini sih nanti malam lagi. Baik banget kok. Terus ya kita selesain aja agak dikit biar nanti malam paling konten endgame deh. Banyak ini.
I wish life could be as leisurely as Ad Ast. Thank you for Ad Ast.
Oh, 40 ya? 40, 60. Kita gimana nih? Pakai mancing aja bisa kita lanjut. Kita dapat easy key. Buang deh. Sahabat yang selanjutnya. Allah, aneh banget dong. Wah, karakter lalu semua tuh. Oke. Terus ini 20 ya, gue sudah dapat IPA-nya. Apa 3 pas 40 ya? Pas aja ya. 3 pas 40 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 ya. Intertwined. Nggak salah gue. Ini berapa? 40 68. Ini siapa buat mau buat kick atau buat weapon? Kita tulis apa lagi?
As it cherishes their gem.
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mer- Hey everyone, we're here! Oh hey my little dudes! Good morning!
Wah, ada kosakata baru ini buat
Oh wow!
cucu ini.
Greeting! Is that good news or bad news though? Oh wow!
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Good morning aja.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to? Get out of here! Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Ridesley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natland. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics, but all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to
Tapi nanti
Fontaine.
para logisnya kapan? Kalau nggak minggu depan, Tuh.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natland's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for
Ya,
Lucy.
kenapa Indonesia tidak ngikut warna ngabu-ngabu aja? Di samping backgroundnya abu-abu.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hand. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows. And his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a close.
Ini skill.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy.
Wow.
If we ended up
Wow.
damaging the goods by
Wow.
accident.
Wow.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care?
Ini setelah karakter nggak mungkin konsisten gitu
Precious
ya.
items out of Natland? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Wah, 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 wah. Aku sini, Acik, deket banget kok. Wah. Notes. Cir, ngebit. Amarin perhatian. Maksudnya apa? Oh, lepak kacang, Cok.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natland.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now.
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passersby.
Yeah, Kenichi.
In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in.
He said this elusive individual's actions are
Oh,
positively
tahu dia.
It's a good observation. I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
Yes.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this.
Huh? Oh, wow! No way, bro!
Oh, bro.
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Inspirasi berdasarkan kisah nyata. Aku lagi meresapi lebih kotak dong. Bisa gitu ya?
Sounds plausible.
Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so... Does that mean they executed the hostage?
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Nah, aku nggak ngerti bentuknya penunjukan bisnis tunjukan pribadi.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rasula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeve.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads.
Itu ya, aja soal udah jadi apa-apa.
And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by... In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least...
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets... Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such,
benda
he
sih
shall
ya,
be free to
tapi
move
kalau
around
game aku ikut sih pasti nggak ini kasih lah. You're the best, bro.
That really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Aurora?
I shall leave him in your capable hands.
Nggak salah.
Indeed.
Yes. Good ending buat statusmu.
You know, all this has made me realize that I'd quite like to have a pet.
Ada si Queen ya.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the...
That actually sounds like a good act. In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment. But now...
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke.
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Bahkan bisa aja.
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and
Wah,
found notice.
tapi dia. Hati-hati, bos. Hai teman-teman kesayangan, ini ada si Aho. Aho.
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Let's shake hands. Ayo kita ke Malang.
By me! Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Anjir. Wah, aja ya.
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep us.
Ini bocah sama bocah ya.
You miss me, bro?
You miss me, bro.
Kukuku, you're free!
Not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps.
Ah,
And
Gramps.
hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face. I dare you.
Pixel 8 gitu.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Poor Hal. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Eva, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Ya elah.
Don't lose hope, Ahau.
Duh.
By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Harmonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you? Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Ah, kita miji.
Wait, who are the other contestants though?
Lihat banget kok.
So now that our crew's back together again, what's our next move? Oh, how about a game of rock, paper, scissors?
No chance. If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again.
Oleh banget anjing.
Nope. This time, we'll only watch a film if I lose instead.
Had enough too, huh?
For real now? Come on, bro.
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing? Why don't we take our fate into our own hands?
Aren't we doing that already? Rock, paper, scissors uses our hands.
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper every time.
Ya, muncul air kedua. Buset, panjang ya.
Lost and found notice is up. Maybe we should go hang around the Pele Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
Nggak melibatkan Flores. Wah, baginya Sankyo. Bagian dua ya, panjang banget. Oke, gua bawa dulu.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. I wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Cek satu dia.
This is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Hello, you two.
Have there been any development? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ajay, FBI, open up!
Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol...
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes! Let's go check it.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
kurang ajar cok. Lu bercanda di depan apa namanya tuh petugas investigasi. Wah kenal lo aja. Oh detektif aja. Kurang ajar.
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
Enggak, bukan, salah.
One of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing
Bro,
here?
what are you doing?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Nambah dia ngomongnya.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
Anjir.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door knocking etiquette?
Dia kebanyakan
films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Anjir, dia nontonnya film yang ada scene-nya FBI open up anjir.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry
Itu
to show the people
banget sih.
inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
So, Roron, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
Oh gitu.
For real now?
For real now?
Come on, bro. Auroron, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
Oh iya.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun. All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous land. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help.
Okay.
He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers. So he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroron, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in
Nggak ngerti
the bad guys.
cara menghadapi penipu kayak.
Maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kukuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Natlan.
Oh, we're basically a household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
No.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelet too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened.
Oh bisa gitu. Kali.
I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
Lucu banget aja FBI open apa astagfirullah. Dan dia pasti lagi nyari orang yang bernama Ipa ini.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
Sedih tambah ya? Ngawok loh. Kok bisa nambah sendiri capek, gue baru tahu. Oh, so.
Nothing suspicious going on here. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Allahu Akbar.
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking!
Kenapa dia gitu?
Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under.
Dia ngapain? Sampai bikin TARI convictionnya itu.
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in that land, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku.
Master.
Lord Kukuku.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. I think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't reckon.
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Oh gitu, hebat banget loh. Aku berjanji menyerahkan, jadi minta tolong ambilin doang gitu. Dia gitu, tapi dia bilang, tapi baikin padaku, dia nggak bilang gitu. Makanya wah ini enak ini, bisa gue cek aja.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding, and
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Wah ilah, dia laporan dulu, Ci.
Who's this dude?
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated.
Dia laporan dulu.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
Kamu meragukan kemampuan dalam melindungi warga.
No, I mean, yes, of course they do.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare old relics.
Tapi kalau benar, alur ceritanya ini masih nggak ada apa-apanya juga.
To ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slip some more
Wah, anjir. Amplop coklat kah? Ya, bukan coklat juga. Amplop kan biasa gitu.
No trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Dihapus anjir.
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so, I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you'd just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him, just like they do in those gangster films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the fontaine.
Ini kiasan sebenarnya ya. Di bawah ombak tuh maksudnya di bawah bayang-bayangnya si tukang transaksi ilegal itu loh. Dia menangkapnya secara tersurat.
Can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epicles seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really?
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now.
Ingat ya, kayak kotaknya masih nggak ada apa-apa.
Protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle!
See, Mr. Kakuku knows exactly what. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
Cepat ya, dilepasin.
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. Out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut. Fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes.
Film apa yang dimaksud tuh?
In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Oh, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one
Wah,
day.
dia malah mau nyantai, padahal sebenarnya harus selesai prosedur itu nggak boleh, Cok. Harus dilakuin, Cok. Nah, ini mah pengidolaan kan, nggak apa sih namanya itu. Wah, ini lama banget.
Judging by your expression, it must be.
It went smoothly, on the whole.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Morashose Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Oke, selesai. Mantap. Satu lagi ya. Dua lagi sih. Salah gitu.
On the topic of how exactly do we define the subject of a kidnapping? According to the regulations, I mean.
Sandra, anjir. Oh, subjek penculikan. Iya, Sandra tuh. Korban kan.
Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient non-human beings?
Bantu bayar. perempuan ya
Of
sih?
course, Melazines go without saying, but what about a being like Kakuku?
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal provisions of
Wah
this matter.
lu.
If I knew all the laws like the back of my hand, I wouldn't have ended up in the fortress of Meropide, would I?
That is no laughing matter, Wriothesley.
Waduh. Kita dirisi seberapa nih? Cepat sih ini ya harusnya. Paling sebelum jam 5:30. Yo. Kayak bisa 3 part doang deh. Tuh.
Novelette sent someone to contact us this morning. That must mean there's been some progress. No time to waste. Let's head out.
No time to waste. Mana nih? Wow.
Hey, everyone. We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
We received word from Mr. Argenteau yesterday, confirming the time and location of the transit. It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know pretty well, too. The film Fantasyland restaurant.
Oh, really? Huh. He sure does like...
Seems like you share our concerns, Traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue will be much more challenging than in an open area.
Bedanya rame sama terbuka apa?
The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Mauritius
Iya, ada izin lagi kalau.
We'll be deploying lots of
Aja
undercover agents.
mata-mata lagi tuh.
If things go
Nih,
south,
Navia
the safety
masak
of the
salah satu ya.
civilians will be our top priority. Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hit.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevrolet of the Special Patrol. So I'm feeling optimistic.
We'll trust your instincts then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lapine Pauline and Miss Navia.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier. You know what? That might not be such a bad... All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses, but, well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly. To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontanian authorities should be able to handle the rest from here, but still, I'm guessing you'd like to see how it all turns out. Well then, feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert and play it by ear. You won't necessarily have to do anything, unless things go pear-shaped.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point. Of course. There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but our intel so far indicates that the culprit's from Natlan. Plus, I'm already a witness in this case. Might as well see this thing through to the end.
That's the Kenichi we know and love.
Well, that's enough of the small The operation's scheduled for the afternoon. If we're quick enough, we'll even have time for a few cups of tea before we leave.
Wah, oke. Lebih teh aja. Dia bekerja mati-matian.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too. Can't work on an empty stomach, you know. And rooting for you. It's a very important job.
Ya apa, Cok?
All right. I'll head over to the venue now. Ahal's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might as well shut him up sooner rather than see you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
Oke, hari Rasen. Dan pulang. Udah sini dia. Di atas ya. Gua harus foto tuh. Kan belum ada gaya ya. Kayak gini ya, Cok. Ini percaya. Itu sih. Aduh, sorry.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Itu dong, idol.
A blade embraces
Ya boleh lah.
duty.
Yuk, stop. Gue sebenarnya nggak mau nyelesain maksud siklus 78.
This beach seems to be getting livelier by the day.
Karena kita, ini ada ini SPOP, ada Charlotte. Ini banyak detail yang bisa gue lihat nih muncul. Di sini ada Serena Espopi. Di sini ada Index Oron Diva, ada yang nggak kelihatan ya tapi. Oparesa kayak biasa. Ini dari event apa? Main eventnya, timnya. Banget ya, bisa tetap pakai satu level gitu.
Traveler, Paimon's getting kinda hungry. Let's go check out the restaurant menu, shall we?
Tar, ada kacing kata.
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
Lola. What the hell?
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
Anjay. Cuma colok banget, Cok.
You're surrounded.
What the hell?
You lousy swine!
Iya, aku lihat. Yang Escopia.
A surprise performance! Wow, how lucky we are!
Surprise performance.
After him.
Ih, jadi kacing ya, hebat nih anjing. Kapal. Loh.
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. This boat's not going anywhere.
Wacur. What the hell? Dia jadi Spider-Man.
Lowly worm, no one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord!
Ya, jadi.
Who's stealing my thunder? Ah, you again! You're driving me crazy! Oh, wow, bro!
Bro, aja. Nice cutscene, komik, sinematik komik aja. Keren banget, cok. Top fire. Red, wih, jujur ya.
Alright, that's a wrap.
Wih, 10/10 shooting anjay. Teknya bagus.
Unbelievable! You can't just drag someone around like that. Such blatant disregard for human life. I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of you.
Fun.
Will you now? I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. Saved you some face at the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
Why, you... Alright, I admit it. I was in the wrong. Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only
Iya, ahli relic tapi juga ahli
family too.
Ahli nolong aja tuh. Bagus jangan nyolong makanya.
But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling.
Weh,
Some
itu
savings
bukan jadi online sih ya.
drained them away like a waterfall.
Masalah apa nih? Masalah banyak keluarga kan. Gak perjudian kok ya. Ini perjudian biasa ya berarti. Judul lebih parah lagi. Ini bisa apa? Gaming addict juga masuk nih sini. Kan ngabisin duit juga tuh.
Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How could I just stand by and watch him suffer like that?
Gak salah dia, Cok.
Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. That's the only reason I needed the money.
Terusnya dia yang kejar gitu, Cok, bukan lu.
Please, kid. I see you're from Natland too. That makes us brothers. Please, have mercy.
Ya kalau lu salah ya lu salah, Cok. Nggak peduli bersaudara apa enggak, yang karena bersaudara yang berbuat baik pada sesama saudara cuma nepotisme.
I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you, doomed!
Gue dengar cerita. Oh, gue di situasi gini, gue dengerin ini juga ini aja. Gak terlalu kasihan. Tapi jangan sampai dikebukin juga, Cok. Oh, di Indonesia kan dikebukin dia, so.
And isn't standing together and fighting for a better future what families do?
Keluarga lu doang, buat lu doang ya, lu.
Our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Juga dia pakai hati ya, maksudnya gue dari kecil juga ngapain, Cok, lu udah salah. Bisa lu buat lu sengaja gue kalau sengaja naik ekam ya kita nggak bisa balik gitu loh.
Something wrong, Kanich? Gone soft, have we?
I don't believe a word you say. Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler. Pure and simple.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense! I told you.
First of all, are you really from Natlan? You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least one familiar face by now. On top of that, the way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a true Fontanian.
Huh? What kind of lot? I can't explain. I actually grew up.
I don't want to hear another word. Ahau, here's your chance. Shut someone else up for once.
Hacker ya, tahu dikasih bintang.
The moment I've been waiting for. Eat this, scumbag!
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler. I bet you're just a Fontanian pretending to be from Natlan. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. And you have your depraved ways to thank for that. Of course, I might be wrong.
Bakbuk J ini seru banget, Cok. Sana itu. Bakbuk. Oh.
But does that matter? I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry on, you're out of luck. Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right?
Oh, dia ada suaranya. Lepas nggak ada suara, Cok. Dia masuk.
Many thanks.
And me? What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord.
Ya, selesai.
Hey, what do you mean? Hold it right there!
Don't worry. I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
Little Kanich, thinking back to when you were just
Dia ngomongnya normal ya.
boy Kanich, aren't ya?
Kutu kamus sih. Kutu kamus kan dia ikut orang lain dia. Kayak burung beo aja sih.
Don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty Dragon Lord. No servant of mine will be seen acting.
What are you on about? Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plainly, I can't stand gamblers.
Penjudi online apa gitu.
They're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect for the principle that you have to give in order to get. They'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way to a vast fortune. But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free, there's always an unseen cost.
Kayak orang kayak gitu tuh malah sebenarnya berusaha gitu ya, sabun
In the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses.
Oh,
I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation if I can help it. Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for myself. They say that people are shaped by their past. And since I've made it this far, I must have done a lot of things right. We should never punish ourselves for the mistakes of others. Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook. Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge. Yeah, I believe you. Let's get going. If we don't head back soon, we'll cause more unnecessary worry.
Ya ini gak usah diapa-apain lagi nih. Apologies.
An inspired melange.
Ada Prina kah?
A truly great adaptation must capture a film's core themes and seek to convey the inspiration that lies behind them.
Ini Prina sebagai event apa story event?
The three attractions are certainly all up to par, and I trust
Oh,
that
ini.
you'll be able to make them to enhance our film's aesthetic. I'd recommend a few classics
Oh,
for you
beda nih,
to
Teh.
familiar.
Dia siul jir.
In a good mood, I see.
Yep. Seeing my dear vegetables all settled in right where they belong brings me great joy.
You sound like a proud parent. I'm happy for you, bro. But given how where they belong is inside a cooking pot, that kind of fills me with dread at the same time.
Nice to meet you, bro.
The heck are you on about? Does this really seem like a good time for nice to meet
Anjay
you?
ikan apa itu?
I guess he's referring to the meeting of the vegetables in the pot.
Udah monet karbon sejauh toh. Belum. Oh kena ikan ya, kenapa? Aku nggak ngerti tuh ya, kenapa bisa gitu ya? Waktu mikirnya kalau dongonnya tuh pasti dapat ikan, nggak juga sih. Jadi, kan pokoknya gue belum memenuhi target subscriber belum. Target jam tayang kayaknya belum. Tapi pada ikan gitu apa ya kira-kira ya? Copyright kah? Mungkin ya. Nggak tahu lah.
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure if I should be worrying about your definition of nice to meet you or investigating whether you and Kakuku share some kind of telepathic bond.
Dapat ikan. Hebat ya.
Our most recent financial
Ya rusak rutin. Ini jangan dia. Wajib, lu nanya Esko dulu apa Sustir? Terus kayak apa deh? Esko tapi bagus sih. Kamu main Genshin lagi kah?
Off to the freezer.
Support mau main Trace. Esko itu ya support. Ambil sih kalau mau. Kalau duit ya, kalau kuat duit ya ambil. Skill itu berarti nanti kayak ya upgrade-nya ini enggak sih? Berarti upgrade ya kalah gitu lah. DPS kan biasa. DPS sama attack kayaknya sih. Di sini gua sama Auroria nggak tahu gua tahu apa gua tahu. Skill DPS. Skill 3 gadang DPS. Belum ini kan belum spesial power tapi kayaknya sih DPS dia. Bisa DPS.
We just saw Chevrolet's taking the criminal away.
Ya dari apa namanya? Domain artefak yang paling baru tuh.
So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he's already left. Apparently the Mara show say fans systems preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activities. Sounds like
Tapi
they'll
sekarang
have
nanti
their hands full.
DPS freeze katanya. Ya apa namanya? Sinergi terbaiknya SOP ya katanya. Lalu betul itu kenapa buat pyro? Bisa kalau mau main melt juga nggak juga nggak harus kok. Gini. Playstyle-nya ya memang playstyle-nya Scorpion nggak harus freeze ya. Kalau freeze bisa dia dari pasifnya habis oke aja lagi dari pasif berapa 4 ya nurunin resisten seberapa besar sama kayaknya Pak. Oke, resisten cuma berbeda ya memang. Tapi kalau mau main map kalau Scorpion oke aja kok. Kalau sih ya bisa. Maksudnya melt apa ya? Buat melt ke file kan ada penyikatan ini juga. Apa namanya? Rasanya Allah pencatatan. Ya ada value-nya naik lah ya. Jadi main kalau gue main Arecino, Bennett, Escovier sama siapa satu match TARI bisa kok. Ya, mending nggak ada undang-unding soalnya tuh baik ke playstyle kok. Race bisa bagus, dia deres bisa. Ya, gue kan di PS3 zaman ya. Kalau misalnya Arecino sama Bennett kan, nah itu kan top tuh. Sama Escovier sama TARI itu kan nempelin kayu terus tuh. Bisa lah, nggak. Oh kalau di sini gue pasang Ayaka ini mah tim asal-asal doang tuh. Kalau tim sebenarnya gue nggak pakai Ayaka si Angging Bennett itu dulu tim asal doang tuh. Nggak ada suaranya. Dia menghindari kameraku yang mulia Jun.
Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily.
Apa sih? PvP maksimal e-sport bisa. Ada Charlotte.
Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon. Oh, already gone. Hope she heard
Already
that.
gone.
Yeah, you're right. But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen?
Yang dicari Escovier kan skill, elemental skill ya. Jadi elemental skill apa profil damage, makanya itu yang dicari sebenarnya. Pasti bisa nempel sama timnya Pyro. Asal dia baru nggak bersihnya kalau ketemu Electro baru tuh.
If you say so.
Poor little Kanich.
Ya kita ngapain gini sih?
So he went off to cry all on his own. For real now?
Jadi lu ambil Esco. Apa? Nanti baru apa namanya? Baru skill tuh. Baru dia bakal dia paling ngangkat sih kan dia profil tip damage, ruangan resisten juga.
To be honest, I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for.
Dia nggak pulang-pulang aja kalau jadi sanksi terus toh.
The court might need me to
Pengurangan
testify
terus,
again.
lu nggak usah lihat dari pengurangan terus, lu lihat dari gimana dia ngasih elemental skill, si damage kayo outfield itu yang dicari kalau di tim melt ya.
I'll probably have to wait until
Kayaknya
the case is
15%
closed
oke lah,
before I can
masih
return it to
main
Nat.
aja loh.
So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
Selesai deh, wis nice. Nggak epilog sih. Ini. kilo G. Saya kamu kata itu tinggi di timku nih ini Alicino, ini Citari. Kalau masa kok pakai Mokuika dia dapat minyak kurang cok, dapat isi patis biar kurang pak gua Alicino. Pada tahu sih ini paling diluk sama duitnya.
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
Oh enggak, aku mah gacha biar ini pris gini gua ini dapil Perina anjir bisa nih. Kalau umumnya dia mayak kah? Kalau gua pakai pris gini gua tetap kondisiin variasi juga nih. Sama mana nih? Ganyu ini. Kok biasa gini? Oh, ini kalau freeze ya. Kalau nggak masuk freeze ya ini terbaik. Ini freeze kalau misalnya DPS itu. Ini DPS-nya kayu. Aneh enggak? YouTuber gua itu juga ada yang masukin buat variasi tim pyro enggak biasa. Yang aneh baru lu masukin elektro buat main apa sama Eula tuh, nah itu baru nggak masuk. Nah, bagus tau. Wah, lu nggak tahu potensinya Mel kayak gimana anjir. Nih. Ini oke, ini sama ini paling. Pokoknya kan buat ini apa? Ya bukan buat konten juga, ini buat ekspor buat main event kita. Bagus kok ya, kamu coba deh cuma. Kamu punya Rekino kan kayaknya. Makanya coba. Kamu nggak tahu bagusnya, belum tahu bagusnya. Vietnam sih anjir. Aku belum nyoba di kota yang game, tapi kota yang game anjir ayaknya ekspor SND enggak, aku SND nggak punya. Aku pakai Ganyu buat, aku pakai mana Ganyu ya buat ini apa metabolisnya buat ngasih anggota party yang masuk di lingkarannya tuh kan ngasih ada 20%. Tapi gua awalnya nggak gacha Ganyu buat ini ya, gua gacha Ganyu kan dulu 1,2 buat DPS dia. 10 dia juga nggak ada enggak. Komen sih tetap free sih. Tapi kalau misalnya variasi enggak bisa kok. Anjir. Udah mulai. Wih. Iya.
A pinch of salt?
A pinch of salt, anjir.
Dash of pepper, actually.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
You aren't talking about a new dessert menu by any chance, are you?
Not desserts.
Oh, we're talking about the script. Oh, my dear partner, photographer, rookie director.
Masa sih?
Creativity must keep up
Agak
with the
itu
overflowing
normal
enthusiasm of our fans.
Bagus justru. Scorpio tuh masuk mana, bukan masuk mana aja, bukan masuk air bisa, masuk freeze juga bisa. Aneh enggak kok, yang aneh tuh masukin elektro buat main fisikal tuh baru enggak gua. Serius loh.
The same logic applies in catering.
Kreativitas bisa mengimbangi luapan. Kreativitas harus mengimbangi luapan. Tidak 14 tahun berdepan. Oh jadi pokoknya lu kalau misalnya bikin apa namanya, bikin apa jadi apa penulis naskah ya, penulis naskah, penulis novel, udah lu tulis aja yang lu pikir brilian dulu gitu. Jadi tuh gue yang request ke rata-rata rekomendasi freeze. Ya orang mah pasti rekomendasi freeze lah anjir. Maksudnya kan ini opsi bang, jangan dijadiin pakem kalau ekspornya harus dijadiin pakem kalau ekspornya tuh harus freeze, enggak lah. Rekomendasi tetap freeze ya oke lah. Tapi kalau misalnya mau dijadiin opsi buat main sport buat mainnya bisa. Ya aneh. Aku juga logikanya sama. Wah, Emily akhirnya bisa dimension.
Perhaps I could find a way to make it
Oh,
work
enggak.
in desserts too.
A peppery kick to complement the delicate sweetness of cream,
Ada buat cream.
Wow, the
Es
two of
krim.
them seem to be working together. I'm struggling to imagine what a pepper cake would taste like, though.
Well, what do we have here?
Habis ini gue
Making
mau
a new cake?
gue pakai ini kah? Aracino si TARI.
How exciting! When it's ready, do let me know.
Iya.
Is it just Paimon, or does it seem like everyone's even more enthusiastic now that they've finished their work?
Why shouldn't they be?
Ya
When your
iyalah.
hard work pays off, that's when you should celebrate.
Biasa orang kalau udah selesai event, selesai kerjaan, party.
It's like a batch of fresh macarons. You should never let fear of sweetness stop you from adding all the
Apa nanti mau main ini Genshin, main konten yang game deh. Tapi gua nggak bisa main melt sih, gua paling mono pyro karena bos.
After all, if there's ever a time to pile on the sugar, it's when you're making macarons. Pile on the sugar!
Ih, anjing. Gua ada potensi screenshot anjing gua. Coba combo Aron. Makaron diabetes anjing banyak gua, Cok.
Pile on the sugar. And why are we piling on the sugar?
Udah nanya anjing.
Lepine Pauline, you're here. Is it ready?
Siapa? Kau nonton Kokobe lagi anjir ya. Kokobe juga bilang melt bisa kok.
Of course! It all went according to plan.
Huh? Were you off on some kind of important task?
I was indeed. Please accept this.
Yes. Wih. Ini dia ambil apa bisa nanti ya? Oh, ini karena kita udah selesai ya.
Oh, wow! It's a panoramic view of the amusement park with everyone's illustrations on it!
Since the film Fantasyland has been such a success, we decided to create a unique souvenir to remember it by. We built this park together brick by brick, so we decided we'd all
Jadi Aracino kan ada peningkatan sekarang ya. Jadi kalau misalnya sebelumnya Aracino, TARI, Bennett, satunya apa biasanya lupa gua kan. Jadi kalau nambah ekspornya kan jadi ya meteor melt gitu gak sih? Bisanya kan Sinkyu apa Yelan deh kayak.
To be fair, it was mostly thanks to Miss Lepine
Lepine
Pauline.
Pauline.
She's our expert when it comes to drawing after all. We all did our best to leave our own marks too.
That's right! And on top of that, Traveler, I'm offering you a most special privilege. You get to add a mustache to my
Mustache to my portrait aja. Gue suka ngomongnya, Cok. What the hell?
Bolognese sauce flavor.
Bolognese.
Well, that sure counts as a surprise twist. You win this round!
Oh, dikasih beneran lagi. Dua versi ya bro.
Alright then. Now that you're the proud owner of this commemorative map, you can draw as many different flavored mustaches on it as you like.
Sounds like a pretty tasty map. We'll look after it well.
Great! Your satisfaction is our #1 priority. Everything's all in order. Now it's time to relax.
Oh, udah deh.
Forget
Damn.
about work and just enjoy the
Selesai ya. Ini cepet. Udah deh, 28 siklus ya berarti ya, 27 siklus. Terus selesai aja yuk. Apa nanti mau main lagi? Kita besok hilang nih. Besok masih ada. Iya, tahunya besok malam bilang. Gak update. Ibu bau nggak guna kayak buat DPS aja. Tapi gue udah kurang ya, kan sebelum 5.000-an. Ya, cuma bisa di-craft 1. Ya, betul, pilih 2 aja sih. Yes, selesai. Oke, guys, udah jam 5 juga nih. Nggak ada apa ya. Nanti mau kita pertandingan gitu, berarti kita nggak sampai part ya berarti. Kita cuma selesai 3 part. Udah, minggu depan bisa fokus ZZZ nih. Menyelesaikan ZZZ sama apa namanya? Kalau misalnya jadi comeback puterin gue tuh. Terus ini kalau nggak ada pagi, oke, saya terima kasih sudah mampir di karena konferensi kita ya nanti malam ya kalau saya ke pokoknya pamit undur diri, sampai jumpa di selanjutnya.
This is a day in the life of the traveler.